This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
Two Dawgs Sports Show, we back, baby. Drone and Yo, you ready to go? Then let's start the show. Two Dawgs are back with a brand new season. Yeah, you know the reason. Sports talk, flavor, got that extra seasoning. Drone and Yo, stay on the go. Looking for scores and stats, then this is show. Two Dawgs, they got the breakdown. Yeah, we throw down in T-Town. Look no further, Dan. You have just found the number one sports talk show. Savage picks from Yo, big dog picks from Drone. Wanna welcome y'all back home. Can't forget the latest news. Yeah, them dudes. Cause we them boys. Please say the noise. Free giveaways. Highlights for the game today. Let's start the show. Come on, I lead the way.
What's up? It's the Two Dawgs Sports Talk Show coming at you this Tuesday afternoon in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Woo! It's warming up here in Tulsa. It's 99 degrees. I think the heat index is 104. But you're on the Two Dawgs Sports Talk Show with Drone. Yo is not here today. He's a civil servant. He's a math teacher, and they had back to school night tonight. So it's just me, and I have some special guests that's gonna be coming in. I do another sports show on TAN TV. It's called Drone's Big Dog Picks on In the Room, and so I got my partners from that show that's gonna be coming in a little bit later. But hey, the show still goes on, and we're gonna hit it hard and heavy tonight. This weekend, I went to Oklahoma City and celebrated my partners, the one that does my intro for our show, Trinity Trey, Mr. Randy Butler. We celebrated his 50th birthday today, this Saturday. It was such an honor that he celebrated 50 years for everything that he's been through. If he told his life story one day, we're gonna have him on our show because he does our intro. We're gonna have him on our show to tell you his life story and what he's been through and where he is now. Being a pastor and preaching and doing hip hop, gospel rap, and everything that he does and where he came from. To now celebrating 50 years on this wonderful earth of ours. It's a blessing and it's an honor, and he had us on there, and we just honored him this weekend. His wife did such a wonderful job inviting everybody and putting things together for him. He's a fellow Dallas Cowboy fan. And so he was decked out in his khakis and polo shirt, but then after a while he had to go bust out his Dallas Cowboy jersey and get comfortable, and so he did that, and we just celebrated him and gave him his flowers while he's still living. And it was such a blessing where people gave him accolades and told him how much he mean to them and how he affected their lives, and seeing where he's at. It was such an honor, and we appreciate him inviting us and happy birthday to our main man, our family member, our brother, our Two Dog family member, Mr. Trinity Trey himself, Randy Butler. Thank you so much, sir. We love you. It's an honor. Thank you for all that you do. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have an intro. And we thank you. We have a new intro that's going to be coming out pretty soon. He's working on it right now, and y'all know every intro that he gives us is fire. We always put it in the test hopper and send it out to people that we know that's going to be real with us, is going to tell us the truth, and they always tell us whether it's fire or whether it's a dud, whether we should put it out to the pasture or whether we should put it in the doghouse, and they let us know. And we when they said it need to be put in a doghouse, we put it in a doghouse. When we put it in pasture, we put it out the pasture. And so we're gonna do the same thing. But it's football season. We went and I went and seen The Forge. Me and my wife went and seen The Forge on Sunday, and it was an awesome movie. To go to a movie where you don't have any cursing, um, it's rare, and the movie was really well put together. It's an inspiring movie. It's an encouraging movie. It's also a movie about men encouraging other men, and men having the back of other men and uplifting other men, and also not tearing men down, but uplifting men, and lifting men to a higher height. And when men fall, lifting them up and not pulling them back down, but letting them know that you can make it and that you can go to another level. And so it was a very inspiring movie, and it was an honor to go. Me and my wife went, and my son, we went to the movie, and so it was awesome. It was an awesome movie, and when it come out, we'll probably end up purchasing the movie. And so we do that, and then me and my wife, we watched some movies this weekend. We watched the movie Supreme on Hulu. That was another good movie. It's a must watch. So if you haven't seen Supreme, it's a chick flick, Trey. But it's not a normal chick flick, Trey. It's a semi chick flick, man. It's a semi chick flick. It, but I know it's football season, Trey. But it's a semi chick flick. It's not Supreme is not a full chick flick. So it's something that you can sort of get into as a man. So it's not a full chick flick. It's a semi chick flick. So so it's worth the watch, man. So the movie Supreme it's worth the watch. It wasn't a bad movie. So we watched that this weekend. We watched the movie Supreme, me and my wife. So I basically spent the weekend with my wife, and then at church we had a men's panel at church this weekend, and so we did that, and so that was an awesome weekend with that. And so, but hey, like you said, it's football, man. Do you know how long we've been waiting to hear that it's football season? Oh, and you know we got football from now until February. My wife done already started. She been telling her girlfriend. She already told them my weekends are free. That's what she been telling all her friends. She said she been telling them, hey y'all, my weekends are free. I don't have nothing to do because my husband is occupied because it's football season. I done graduated now. I don't get all the complaints now since it's football season. So her weekends is free. It's football season. Last week we had Florida State and Georgia Tech. I was able to watch a little bit of it. Didn't really get to take it all in because we had other things that was going on. Like I said, I had to go to a birthday party in Oklahoma City. And then my cousin plays for the New Mexico Lobos, and so they played on FS1 on Saturday also. So I was able to sit there and watch him play. He played corner for the New Mexico Lobos, and so that was exciting that I was able to see him play. Didn't like it that he got a personal foul, but I think he was just showing his strength because he slung the dude a little bit, which is out of character for him. But I think he was just showing his strength. His name was Cameron Watts. They call him Cam Watts. And so that was interesting. But it's football season. Preseason is done and it's over with. And come Thursday night, it goes down. It goes down, Trey. College football, baby. It goes down, man. And then the following week is the kickoff for the NFL season. And the very first game is the Kansas City Chiefs against the Baltimore Ravens next Thursday. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Kansas City Chiefs against the Baltimore Ravens. Look at Trey getting highs. He's in there getting highs, boy. He's in there scratching, getting highs, getting itchy. Cause it's football season, baby. That's what happens when it's football season. You start getting highs and itchy. You know, we want to say congratulations to the Booker T. Washington Hornets for winning All City. Hey, Coach Dan Bitson, good job. Good job. Congratulations, sir. On the job well done so far that you've done at Booker T. Washington. Man, y'all did y'all thing. You did your thing this weekend, man. Cause y'all, you did your thing. Congratulations on winning the All City Classic this weekend to the Booker T. Washington Hornets and Coach Dan Bitson. Congratulations. This week, y'all take on the state champion Muskogee Ruffers. So go out to S.E. Williams Stadium this weekend and cheer on the Booker T. Washington Hornets as they take on the Muskogee state champs Muskogee Ruffers. They need all the backing that they can get because that's going to be a tough game for them because the Muskogee Ruffers they are returning. They're returning one of the top-rated quarterbacks in the state. They have one of the top-rated running backs that transferred in from Bartlesville. They have skilled players on the offensive side. So it's going to be a tough game for the Booker T. Washington Hornets. So make sure that you all go out to S.E. Williams Stadium and cheer the Booker T. Washington Hornets and Coach Dan Bitson on to this in this game this weekend and cheer them on. We'll be right back here on the $2 Sports Talk Show, and when we come back, we're gonna break down some more divisions. We're gonna break down the AFC East and NFC East here on the $2 Sports Talk Show.
Man, it's time to start being more transparent in the body of Christ. Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Have we met? Who are you? Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Have we met? Who are you? Take the mask off. I don't fake the funk. I don't perpetrate. Getting too old. Ain't got time to play. I don't fake the funk. I don't perpetrate. Getting too old. Ain't got time to play. Preaching righteousness, but you don't let it weigh. God delivered me. I refuse to stray. It take discipline to obey. He's the master potter. I'm just the clay. Chose to fight. Never stop walking. Battle dark forces. Christopher Walken. Preacher great servant, but you just talking. Minister of Satan. Status stalking. In love with the title. Became an idol. Spiritually dead. Check his vitals. Flesh and spirit.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, Call us at 918-200-9046.
Hey, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Black Wall Street Tees and Souvenirs, where you can get the best Black-owned T-shirts, apparel, and souvenirs right here in the heart of Tulsa. For more information, please call 918-523-0608 or shop online with us at bwstshirts.com. And we hope to see you soon.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah Watts, the Community Development Director for Supporters of Families with Sickle Cell Disease.
And my name is Lindsay Corbett, Community Health Worker Director of Supporters of Families with Sickle Cell Disease in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like you, we are weary of this pandemic. Unfortunately, people of color are disproportionately affected by this virus. The COVID-19 vaccine has been shown effective, not in keeping us from getting the virus, but from hospitalizations and death.
So let me ask you, will you roll up your sleeve and get the vaccine? It's the best shot we've got at fighting this virus. Do it for your life, your family, and your community. To find out more information about the COVID-19 and how it's impacting Oklahomans like you and me, and to find out vaccination sites, go to vaxok.org. That is vax, VAX,
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
Mercy, know it so well. Should've wrote this from a cold cell. Now I'm praying on the floor of my hotel. Riding on the devil, taking no L's. They said don't do it cause it won't sell. Now look, we ain't taking no L's. God say go, then it won't fail. Now look, we ain't taking no L's. What did you think? I run dry when my supply is the king. I run high, deny and sign with the beast. I wouldn't ride or die for what I believe. Please, you might could try me and see what you think I'd like for 500 G's. When I could get by and still I provide for my seed. Never having to feed George when mine wouldn't eat. Yeah, real one. Play it for a hater. All day, rub it in their face like makeup. Hit the block with the rock like a layup. Ever since no hate dropped the stock, being well. I never got to sell out.
Welcome back to the $2 Sports Talk Show. How many know fatherhood matters? Being a father matters. It is very important that a father is in their child's life. Well, Supporters Family with Sickle Cell Disease and Shift Fatherhood is sponsoring a Kings and Bowls Fatherhood Luncheon, an event honoring fatherhood and local fathers of impact. This year's theme is Recovering the Crown, where you get ready to dress to impress. Wear your best attire. This is a upscale event. It's a dress up event where you wear your best attire with a bow tie. Come out dressed to impress. This event will be held on Saturday, October 19th, 2024 from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Junior League of Tulsa. That's 3633 South Yale. The tickets are $50. This is a fundraiser. The tickets are $50. We'll be honoring 5 fathers. We'll be honoring Clifton Talbert. We'll be honoring Robert Woodard, who is a pharmacist here in North Tulsa. We'll be honoring Derek Boyd, which is a sickle cell father. we'll be honoring and 2 other fathers that as part of the Fatherhood Shift program. And then we'll be doing a 5-person panel. They will be talking about fatherhood in different parts that a father needs to play, dealing with mental health, life insurance, talking about just being a part of a child's life, different areas of fatherhood. So you don't want to miss this event. This is called Kings and Bowls Fatherhood Luncheon, Recovering the Crown. It's a formal attire event, dressed to impress. Tickets are $50. They're going fast. If you need more information, call 918-619-6174, 918-619-6174. All right, man. We're talking about the AFC East. The AFC East is consisted of the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins, the New England Patriots, and the New York Jets. Boy. In the AFC East, the darlings of this division has been the New England Patriots during the Tom Brady era and the Bill Belichick era. But when Tom Brady left, the New England Patriots were no longer the darlings of this division. Then it became the Buffalo Bills. And Mr. Allen. You would say that the Buffalo Bills were the team to beat. But can we still say that now? The Miami Dolphins and Tua. They're the flash. They have all the glitz and they're the glam of the division. They have all the speed. They're the 4x1 track team. They have all the speed. They're the relay team. They have speed at running back, speed at receiver. Everywhere you look, you see speed. They have an accurate quarterback that if you give him time, he is accurate, one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league, and he will pick you apart. They have the young, pretty boy of a coach. Who knows how to design plays, knows how to talk to the players. They have it all. But they can't play in cold weather. If they play in Miami, they are hard to beat. Tyreek Hill, he can stop and go faster than someone can even get started. They call him the cheetah. By the time you boil water, he done scored touchdowns 10 times. The man is faster than a speeding bullet. He can leap tall buildings. The man can outrun Flash. They got Waddle. But they got a quarterback that can't stay healthy. They got Anche, Ashay, and most in the backfield. And here's a selfish plug. I need a Che to be good because I got him on my fantasy team. So I need him to be good. Let him score all day long. They got defense. They got Chubbs at defense. They got a nice defense. They got one of the best corners in the game in Ramsey. On paper, they should be coming out of the AFC East. But for some reason, the Miami Dolphins cannot reach and cannot climb over tall buildings. No, they can't do it in a single bound. They can't do it in a double bound. They can't do it. For some strange reason, the Buffalo Bills, when they shouldn't win, they still winning. When you look at it, the Buffalo Bills should not win this division. The Buffalo Bills, they don't have Stephon Diggs, but I told her last year, the reason why Buffalo Bills was able to get rid of Stephon Diggs this year because they was preparing for it last year. There was a reason for the madness last year towards the end of the season when they wasn't playing Stephon Diggs. When they wasn't giving the ball to Stephon Diggs, there was a reason behind it. They were seeing how good their offense would be without Stephon Diggs being the main cog in the offense. So they were spreading the ball around. And they seen that it was working. And they was picking and choosing when Allen will become Superman. But I'm not going to call Allen Superman. I'm going to call Allen Batman. Because, Batman, he wasn't a man of steel. He didn't have no superpowers. Batman wasn't from a different planet. Batman wasn't an alien. He couldn't breathe underwater. He couldn't run fast. He didn't have no super ring like Green Lantern. Batman was human. But Batman just had trinkets and he trained. He trained in karate and jiu-jitsu and all these other powers, and he had different trinkets and he knew how to use it. That's Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a human. He ain't got no superpowers. He ain't got no special skills. He ain't got nothing. But he just know how to use what he has when he need to use it. He got a utility belt. And when he need to use something on that utility belt, he pulls it out and he uses it. When he need to jump over somebody, he'll jump over them. When he need to run through them, he'll run through them. When he need to run around him, he'll run around. Whatever he need on that utility belt, when it calls for it, he'll use it. Josh Allen, to me, is Batman. You can hurt him just like you can hurt Batman. But he keep coming. You can damage him just like you can damage Batman, but he keep coming. That's Josh Allen. And that's what you have here. That's what you got with the Buffalo Bills. There's no reason why the Buffalo Bills should win this division. They got a bunch of young players at running back, young players at receiver, and they got Josh Allen. What are we going to get from them? And they got a bunch of players at defense. They not as terrible as the New England Patriots. New England Patriots will come in fourth in this division. Mark it down. They will be fourth in this division. If anybody in this division come behind the New England Patriots, that coach need to be fired. Anybody that finished last behind the New England Patriots in the AFC East, that coach need to be fired. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts, no questions, no passing goal, no getting $200, no getting out of jail free card, no being the thimble, no being the car, no nothing. He need to be fired. If you finish last behind the New England Patriots. Did y'all see the New England Patriots during preseason? Bill Belichick didn't give nobody no favors. None. He didn't. Bill Belichick, he didn't leave no Roman noodles in the cupboard. He didn't need no saltine crackers. He didn't leave no beanie weenies. He didn't leave no Vienna sausages. Bill Belichick didn't leave nothing in the cupboard. He didn't leave no sardines in the cupboard. You know, and when ain't nobody eating the sardine. Bill Belichick didn't leave nothing in the cupboard. The New England Patriots are starting from scratch. I don't even think they're starting from scratch. New England Patriots are starting from scratch. New coach, new everything. They start from scratch. They can't even spell scratch yet. They just spell it S. They start from S. Yeah, that's scratch. They just start from suck. So ain't it yet. We got one more special guest coming in. We got Mr. Mark out. What's going on, Mark? How's it going, sir?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm going all right. This is Mark Howard. This is the roaring, touring comedian, the well-known Mr. Mark Howard. Sometimes you might hear him on, if you got Sirius Radio, you'll hear him sometime on Quake's house, and around. If you back in the day, you might have seen him on Comic View, and around. This is Mr. Mark Howard. Mark, what I'm talking about right now, I'm talking about the AFC East, and I said if anybody finished behind the New England Patriots, that coach need to be fired because New England Patriots ain't even starting from scratch. They starting from they ain't even spelling scratch yet because Bill Belichick didn't even leave sardines in the cupboard. He didn't leave no beanie weenies. He didn't leave no Vienna sausages. He didn't leave nothing in the cupboard. They just starting from What you say, man?
Tell me how you really feel, man. Well, you got a valid point. I can't argue that about the Patriots. They're definitely what do we say? Trying to retool, rebuild, as you might say. New coach, and they got a draft pick quarterback. But wouldn't it be nice if the Jets finished behind them? I'm just saying, one can hope. These New York Jets fans are so happy with Aaron Rodgers, and now he's back. And yeah, I don't know. I have no axe to grind against the Jets or any team in the AFC East, but it just would be nice. It would be funny.
If the Jets finish behind the Patriots, they need to fire the entire team.
They need to fire the whole city there.
Should no team
finish
behind the Patriots?
Attorney General, everybody. Gone.
Now before you got
Jersey, everybody in Jersey, because they play in Jersey too.
Now before you got on here, I said the Buffalo Bills, the Buffalo Bills. People want to say that Josh Allen is Superman. I relate Josh Allen to Batman. He has a utility belt. He pulls out whatever he needs off the utility belt to do what he need to do. And I relate on a Batman because he can be hurt and he keeps coming back. He can be damaged, he can be hit, and he keeps coming back. He's not an alien, he don't have super strength, he don't have no power ring, he can't breathe underwater. But he keeps coming back and doing whatever he needs to do. But the Buffalo Bills, they're young. They don't have a number one receiver. But last year, at the end of the year, to me, they were running a test to see just how their offense will run without Stephon Diggs. And they seen that they can be effective without Stephon Diggs. And that's one of the reasons why they say, hey, we can get rid of him and we will be okay.
and where did they take this test at?
Last year towards the end of the season when they wasn't giving him the ball.
Yeah, but see, he's still on the field, so he's a threat. The defense has got a lean towards him. I mean, if he's wide open, there ain't no fool they're gonna throw to him. So they got to make it easy for him to get covered, and then not throw to him. On a quick side note, I'm trying to figure out what is it that Stephon Diggs did for this to go sour like that. I need some intel somewhere to tell me what it was about him. And I'm really got my eyes on what's going on in Houston to see how it goes there to know whether it's him or was it Buffalo. I'm a name drop. I got a kid I've told you about before. He was, speaking of the Patriots, he was with the Patriots, but now he's on the Texans. So I'm gonna hopefully he'll give me a little inside skinny as to how Stephon Diggs is acting. But I say this, and I know not to get ahead, but I'm gonna say this. This is gonna be a real tell year for not only just Josh Allen, but Tua as well. And Tua doesn't lose anybody, but can he repeat what he did last year or take it to the next level? And Josh Allen, can you handle this without as Batman? You don't have Robin anymore. So, of course, everybody said Batman never really needed Robin. But I think Robin was a vital part of but that's just me.
Yeah. I said earlier, I look at Miami. Miami is that they have all the glams and glitz and they have all the pretty shiny rings and diamonds, and they have the relay team. They have I said they have the Anchi and like I said, shameless plug. I want Anche or what I don't know how to pronounce his name. I want him to do good because he's on my fantasy team. I got him as running back on my fantasy team, so I need him to do good. But other than that, they have the relay team and Mostert. They have the Hill that he can stop and go faster than you can boil water. They got Waddle. They have all the glitz and glam, but they cannot leap a tall building in a single bound.
No,
So
that's pretty
what
clever, there, Jeremiah. That's pretty clever.
they can't get over the hump, and so will they be able to go over the hump? That's the key. They can't if you spray cold water on them, they die. You ain't got to spray Raid. You just got to spray cold water on them.
Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Before I digress on something here, but yeah, that's the test for. It's kind of like beloved Cowboys. It's kind of like this next. Can Tua handle them? Are you hearing me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me. Okay, I think I hit a little pocket.
Yeah,
with the
you
signal.
you down there in California. Y'all Wi-Fi in California is spotty.
Well, I'm mobile. I'm being mobile, and because I can't sit in no stable place with air conditioner to talk to you, other than my car. So yeah, I was just saying that yeah, I think it's going to be up to Tua. And Miami's defense is a little sus. I think. And I'm going to digress. What I will say to you is that I don't know. I think Miami's going to get younger with all those running backs. They might, Mostert might be available, us Dallas Cowboy fans. Mostert might, I think Mostert might, no, they didn't release Mostert, did they?
No.
Okay. He might be available in a trade because he's trade worthy. He's not release worthy.
Yeah. So you got that. You got that, but then you got the Jets, the good old JETS Jets. They call them the Jets, but I'm wondering if they going right now. They haven't been Jets. They've been more twin engines for a long time.
Wow.
And so we're gonna see if they're gonna be turned back into Jets this year. They look.
Well, wait a minute. Before you say back into, they've been twin engines pretty much the whole time, faking and posing as Jets.
well, that's true too. But
I mean,
they look good on paper. They look good. They look good on paper. They if what's on paper can play, the Jets will be in the Super Bowl.
If what's on paper could play, they'd be playing the Cowboys.
So I want to see just what happens. I think this game one against the San Francisco 49ers is going to be very important. Yes. The Jets play the 49ers game one on Monday night. And I think it's going to tell a lot on what things is going to look like with the Jets.
It's going to be a hype-filled game, and I'm going to say to you that I would say the Jets will win that game, and I'm not even knowing where they're playing now. One, I think San Francisco's kind of, they've had a run, and
your mic is down. Burley.
What's going on? I got a good signal here.
There
It's
you go.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that the Jets with Aaron Rodgers, they're gonna be nice and hype, and they're gonna end up winning that game. And they're gonna upset the 49ers. And that will be considered an upset. But I'm gonna say to you that the 49ers are not gonna be what we're used to them being. I don't think they're going to be close. I don't think they'll be close, but they're not going to be as much as that. And I think with all the hype and first game coming back and Salah going back to playing against his old, coaching against his old team, you know how that kind of goes, Jeremiah. I don't think that'll be a litmus test in the whole season. I think that'll be because of the hype.
Yeah, I like the Jets and what they have. I do like the Jet squad. I think I think that by mid-season, Devontae Adams is going to be up for trade, and there's a good possibility he might end up in New York because I look at the the Raiders is going to be probably one or maybe 2-6 by the trade deadline, and so Devontae Adams is, I think, is going to be out of there, and so Antonio Pierce is going to have sympathy for him. We're going to get him up out of there.
Well, I got a couple of Raiders buddies that would love to hear. I'd love for them to hear what you just said because I said too. But I tell them they know they're out of every year they know they're out of the playoffs by October.
Yeah.
If the Raiders trade Devontae Adams to the New York Jets, whoever owns the team should be stripped of the team and somebody else own them, because that's just straight. You're just giving him to somebody just because.
Well, I don't think. Reason I say that is because I don't think Antonio Pierce is going to trade him to a losing team. He's going to trade him to somewhere where he will have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl.
Well,
because he has that type of feelings for Devontae Adams. So he's going to trade him to somewhere where he has an opportunity to win Super Bowl.
There's a few teams.
He ain't going to Houston.
No,
he ain't going to the Chiefs neither. That'll be the last place he trade him to is the Chiefs. Ain't no Raider going to trade him to the Chiefs.
No.
He'll trade him to the Jets before he trade him to the Chiefs any day.
Right. It's like that's like us trading somebody to Washington. We ain't doing that.
Yeah. So, but I like the Jets. So in this division, I like the Dolphins 1, Jets 2, Bills 3, Patriots 4. But you can always swap any of those 3 out. Patriots gonna always be 4. They ain't going nowhere. But those 3 you can always swap either way at any time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's going to be a dogfight between Buffalo, Jets, Dolphins. I think Dolphins will falter. Not looking at the schedule, but the minute they pretty much always said, well, it's always said Miami has got to play somewhere in the cold weather in December. So they'll be either in Buffalo or New York. And I'd say from there, or New England, I'm sorry. So they'll falter. So it'll be down to the Jets and Buffalo. And I think it's really going to come down. I think it may come, if it's close, it's going to come down to the defense. Was I gone?
Yeah, yeah.
I was saying
and I think the best defense is the Jets.
Yeah, it is. There's no doubt the Jets are the best defense. So health and the defense is going to dictate that. It does a lot of times anyway, but I think in that it's going to be close. I think it's going to be close. So I don't. What do you expect out of Rodgers this year, Jeremiah?
I think Rodgers, he has a defense, and so I don't think he's going to have to push as hard as he normally have to. I think he has a run game and he has a receiver. I think they have to have a number 2.
But see,
I
that's
think
why I don't see them really going after Devontae other than sentimental. Because with Garrett Wilson, why would you stun him? He's a number 1.
that's true.
And I like Devontae. I think he's a very, very good receiver. But he was considered the best receiver in the league when he played with Rodgers.
But I think they would go after him mainly, like you said, for sentimental value, but also to probably try to help Garrett Wilson to develop that more.
Right, and depth at the position.
Yeah. So, but I can see Rodgers.
Oh, the Jeremiah contract though, Devontae's contract.
But they don't have to give him a new one. So it's different from bringing in Judon, where Judon is asking for a new contract. Devontae is not asking for a contract. So you're not in a contract dispute. He already got one.
Well, no, but I'm saying his money going against the cap. Because when you're traded there, your money starts to go to that cap, or does it stay with the team that you got traded from for the remainder of the year?
But do they have the money?
I mean, do they have the room?
But can they get the Raiders to take up some of that cap?
Yeah, that would be the. Hey, look, if they're stupid enough to trade him to the Jets, they'll probably take all his cap.
hey, who knows? Who knows?
But I'm not trading him within the AFC, Jeremiah. I'm not trading him in the AFC.
I wouldn't either. I can see people say that they can see him going back to Green Bay. I don't know. I don't even see anybody in the NFC that he would even can go to inside the NFC. I don't even see a team in the NFC that he can even go to unless he went to the Rams.
Hey, Jeremiah, name a team the Raiders usually do trade with in the NFC. Come on now, Jeremiah.
He ain't going to Dallas.
I know, but that is who they normally do. Hey, how did we get Amari Cooper? You know, I thought we was gonna work a deal and get Josh Jacobs out of him.
Now, but it wouldn't shock me if Jerry wouldn't swing some craziness like that. That wouldn't shock me one little bit with Jerry. It wouldn't make no sense, but it wouldn't shock me.
I actually like our receiver core. I think Tolbert is going to be something really good. I do. I think Tolbert is going to be good. Now, I thought Brooks was going to possibly be better, but I see Tolbert being. I think Tolbert just had that one off year as a rookie where he didn't get acclimated, but he showed me fortitude and grit to work his way back, and now he's at least 2B, if not 2. I'll say because Brandon Cooks affects him, he'll be the number 2 receiver. Yeah. I like our course, so I don't think we need to go get Devontae. But if it's mid-season and we got an injury, or we really look good and we could definitely use that one receiver to put us over the top, Jerry might throw something at him.
It wouldn't shock me with Jerry, but hey, swinging into that, you leading us right into our next division that we're talking about today, which is the NFC East, because we talked about the AFC East. Now we're going to an NFC East, which is the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Giants, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Washington Cobra Commanders.
You must say it right. It is not just the NFC East. It is the greatest division in the NFC, in the whole National Football League. No other division has as many Super Bowl victories as we do, and every team in our division has a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how Dallas ended up in the NFC East, but hey, it's not the strangest thing.
Hey, look, and we forget that Atlanta Falcons used to be in the NFC West.
It's not the strangest thing, but hey.
Right.
So, but the Giants, the Giants, to me, I put them like we did the New England Patriots. They're fourth. I don't see the Giants finishing higher than fourth in this division. The Washington GI Joes. I like Jaden Daniels. I really do like Jaden Daniels. For Washington to give up the receiver that they gave up, and then they trade them to someone in their division, that's even crazier.
That tells you what they think of him.
That's what I'm saying. The
best thing you can do to help us is go to a division rival. You'll help us.
A division rival that already have a group of receivers, and you trade them to them. That's even crazier.
Look like they threw a fly in the ointment.
So that lets me know that maybe they trying to upset that group. So, but I like what the Washington Commanders have. I really do. From talking from an analyst point of view, I like what the Washington Commanders have. They have a nice run game. I like Jaden Daniels and his maturity. He looked real good in preseason. I know preseason is vanilla, but still, he looked real good in preseason. They got nice receivers. The defense, they've always had a pretty okay defense over there at Washington. It's always been, and they cleaned house. So they're pretty much starting anew on defense at Washington. Because they pretty much cleaned house and got rid of everybody over there.
It's pretty much the Dallas Cowboys JV team.
Yeah, pretty much. Because they got rid of everybody and then brought everybody from Dallas over there.
So that your fans know, I'm a Cowboys fan. As I've said, I am born and raised Washington D.C., and so I do not like the Commodores. Used to be Skins. But the funniest thing I say is my family, I got a cousin who loves the team, and he's the one fan of them that gets legitimately mad every time they get an ex-player or coach from the Cowboys. and I always tell the fans, and we broke that when we got Alfred Morris, but you've never seen us take on a former Washington player. Yeah. They broke that with Alfred Morris. They used to brag about that all day, and they got Alfred Morris. And I'm trying to forget that he was ever there.
Yeah.
We don't take on we really don't take on none of the NFC East trash that they throw out.
Because it don't make no sense.
Don't make no sense.
But I like Washington and what they have. I think Jaden Daniels has a good shot to be rookie offensive player of the year, or maybe rookie player of the year. Period. I think they still will finish third in this division. Eagles. I think I don't like Kellen Moore at all. I didn't like Kellen Moore at Dallas. I didn't like Kellen Moore at at the Chargers. And I don't like Kellen Moore at the Eagles. I don't think Kellen Moore and Jalen Hurts is a good fit. I think Kellen Moore and Jalen Hurts are two different types of schemes. What Kellen Moore likes to do is totally opposite of what Jalen Moore's skill set. To me, I think there's still dissension in the ranks over there in Philly. I think Nick Fangio, just bringing him in on the defense, I still think the defense is still going to stink. I still think they is not going to be good. I know they thought bringing in all those Georgia Bulldogs on the defensive side is going to help, but this is not college. This is the NFL.
And they ain't Alabama.
So ain't so. But I do think the Eagles, they have talent, but can this talent be put together like it need to be? We want it's still up in the air. So
I tell you this, Jeremiah, and you and I know because we're both Cowboys fans. When I heard that they hired Kellen Moore, I just did this.
Yeah.
That means that Jalen Hurts is gonna throw more.
Yeah.
Yay! Yay! It's gonna be like Oprah to the defense. You get an interception. You get an interception. Everybody gets interception. And the person that's gonna be mad, really, Jeremiah, is Saquon Barkley, because he don't like to run.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I got Saquon Barkley. I don't think Saquon Barkley was that big of a steal that people want to say that he was just hot commodity that they got Saquon Barkley, but I don't think it was that big of a big grab that they got. But people want to say it is, but we will see.
Right.
I just don't think so.
And the real important part, as you mentioned a little bit a second ago, is they really haven't improved that defense, especially them corners. I don't expect them corners to make a leap into being better than they were, because we was toasting them. And I would say defensively, losing Hassan Jones. Is it Hassan Jones? Yeah. That's a big loss.
Yeah. It was Reddick. Reddick.
Hassan Reddick. Excuse me, I said John. Yeah. Hassan Reddick. Then, I think offensively on that line, we got to see, just like we're replacing people. I mean, I've watched, I like, what we've done, but you got to see if somebody's going to replace Kelsey very well, because like we know personally, we've been looking for a center since Frederick retired.
Yeah, losing Kelsey and you doing the tush push.
Yeah.
And Kelsey controlled that whole offensive line. That's going to be a big difference for them.
Right.
And people are taking it lightly, thinking that everything is supposed to be hunky dory. You losing your center.
Well, I think at the end of the day, people are picking Philadelphia simply because, because of the offseason that we didn't do with a whole bunch of high price free agents, which was no surprise from us, and that for the past decade, nobody has been repeat winners in the division, so they're banking on that. And I don't think that's a guarantee. That's not always going to be the case, and so I think that it's still up in the air. And like I said, like we said, Philadelphia defense, they got some questions.
I like what I'm not just super giddy about what Dallas did, but I like what Dallas did. We still have I don't like that right now they're talking about Ezekiel Elliott is supposed to be our bell cow as a running back. I don't like that. That I don't like, but I think if we can find a consistent number 2 at receiver, where we don't have so much pressure on Lamb, where it's going to open up Lamb a little bit more. I think we roll Dak out a little bit more, not keep him in the pocket so much. Dak plays a little bit better when he's moving outside the pocket than playing in the pocket. I think he plays it more. He's not so much pump faking. I think he throws the receiver open a little bit better than moving from the pocket and in the pocket. I think our defense getting Diggs back at that corner spot. Bland, I don't think Bland is really going to hurt that much because Bland was a safety in nickel corner anyhow. So I don't think Bland is really going to hurt as much as people think he's going to hurt, because I think we got enough corners that can come in and play Bland's spot, because Bland was a nickel.
Right, and Jordan Lewis did so well, and then when Bland filled in very well against, for Diggs. But, and I know you know his name, but they're very high on that rookie from Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
And that opened the door for him to be that corner, that he's actually that better outside corner, and put Bland where they really want to put him, which is at the slot.
Yeah. And what people don't realize, once they start, Bland got that 6 interception, but once they really started going at Bland was getting toasted.
Yeah.
Bland wasn't doing too good. People don't want to talk about it. Bland wasn't doing too good once they really started going at him. He was playing, and he was going against some high-powered receivers.
Yeah, he had to guard them number ones.
He wasn't doing too good. But I like Dallas and what Dallas has. And this just coming from an analyst and not being a Dallas fan. Just looking at it on paper, Dallas pretty much is consistent and have back what they have. The same thing basically what they had last year. Yeah, we lost a couple of people. But Zimmerman defense, he brought in people that's going to run his scheme. I think he's going to rush Parsons more than dropping him back into pass coverage. Where I think we dropped Parsons a little bit way too much in pass coverage last year. Let Parsons rush that quarterback a lot more. And I think Zimmerman's going to rush Parsons a little bit more.
I possibly, but I think they're going to disguise what they do with him, which will be smart because he definitely can do either or. I like them using him to rush alongside on the same side with Tank Lawrence.
Yeah.
And that's really tough, to deal with. Yeah, I mean, looking at it from that point, yes, they did not make the big splashes, and understanding from Allen's point of view is like, hey, they don't really do that. I wasn't surprised, but I kind of thought maybe on the hope side of the fan, I kind of thought they were going to get Derrick Henry, but I was like, what's his asking price? They're just not going to spend a lot of money on him. But that's the only probably splash name free agent that I was like, okay, will we do that? And when they didn't get him, maybe talk to him, didn't try to get him, I already knew, everybody's going, people going to run their all in. And all in means what you guys want to see, but it's all into that. So I'm looking at them trying to re-sign the people they got. I mean, we got 3 big mega contracts that are worthy of that. With Dak Prescott, don't know whether they're worthy of 65, but it's still going to be a high number. CeeDee Lamb and then Michael Parsons, and we had placed people in. I just was hoping, and I think they did. They drafted really well for those holes. So Tyron Smith going, people were like, well, we don't have Tyron Smith. Well, look, how many games is Tyron Smith able to give us? If I love him, I wish he was a retired Cowboy. I think he definitely will be in the Ring of Honor, but he could not last the whole season.
And I think Guyton from OU I think he is panning out to be probably better pick than what they thought.
Yeah.
And they finna move Smith out to tackle and probably put Guyton down there at that guard spot, which is finna
I heard
be.
that. Are you sure about that? Is that what they're talking about doing?
That's what they were talking about doing, putting Guyton at guard and putting Smith at that tackle. Because Smith was playing that tackle when Tyron was out.
Right. But that guard and him pulling.
Guyton is fat. Guyton can play that guard.
Guy play that. I like what he did, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm nervous in this game one because I know they was gonna put Myles Garrett over that rookie's head all game.
I think you can do interchangeable on them. I think you can either put Smith at guard or Guyton at tackle or Guyton at guard and Smith at tackle. I think either one would be good.
I like Guyton's height though to be a tackle better, and it's just now his mechanics and footwork have to be short up. He's got to, he's athletic. He can move. He definitely is. He's an athletic lineman. So he's been getting away with a few things as a rookie in the training camp. But yeah, I mean that's a lot to ask him if he's not tight as a tackle to go up against these tackles that we're gonna face these first few games, especially game one, Myles Garrett. I mean, I'd still line Myles Garrett up over him at guard. I'm gonna test you, bro.
Yeah, but I think what Dallas has is good, and I think by signing Zeke, Dallas looked at that we can get down the field, and even though our running game wasn't good last year, Dallas look at it. We were making it down the field, but we were getting stalled when we got in the red zone because our running game wasn't good enough to pound it in. And so we got
Pollard ain't no pounding.
Right. And so we got a back now where we didn't have to pay $9 million to pound it in. We got a back in Zeke that we know that if he's healthy, that we only got to pay $1 to $3 million that can pound it in down in the red zone. So
everybody's projecting him as running back one. Should he be starting or should Dawgs be starting?
Well, according to what they were saying, that he's running back one. They saying that he's gonna be getting a lot of carries. So we're gonna see. Like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see how they play this. Like I said, I think Dallas still can win this division. And this is not, to me, this is not a homie fan picking this pick. This is an analyst. And I don't see where Dallas has really lost anything to knock them down to a number 2. Because they didn't really make no splash moves, Dallas still is a regular season 12-win, 13-win regular season team, which can get you this division. So to me, I got Dallas 1, Eagles 2, which you can interchange either one of them, Washington 3, Giants 4.
That's safe, and I'll take, in a sense of being a fan, I'll say this, not to be an overzealous to say they're gonna win it, but I would say to you, the question I want to know is how that O line holds, and I mean, I'm down. Hey, look, when I coach football, I said I don't care, hold it, you got to, don't let them get my quarterback. But I would say with the D-line, the D-tackle situation, and how we look, I'm excited to see how we look with real linebackers.
Yeah.
But I was tired of the little linebacker we giving up so much run. I think that if we take away that run, we got enough horses that will get to the quarterback. We put teams in particular. And you've seen sometimes the Cowboys play teams where they couldn't run on us, and we put them in third and long, predictable situations. It's a problem. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And if we can do that, I think our defense will definitely hold us down, especially down the late part of the season.
Yeah. So what's your order?
I'll go with what you have there. Dallas, Philly. Now I'm gonna say this, and I barely use this word. My cousin uses this word. If there's a real kerfuffle that you believe there to be, I kind of am hearing another Philly. And Jay Daniels turned out to be a solid quarterback. The quarterback you think he is. It might be Washington number 2. And the Giants.
I don't trust Daniel Jones as far as I can see him.
I'm just hoping one of my kids I coach as well, David Long. I hope he makes the roster of the Giants. Over there, and he could play against the boy that he played with too, Darnay. So I'm name dropping, but yeah, those are kids that played Pop Warner football with my son, and Darnay came back, and but David Long's been the journeyman, so I hope he finds a home in New York.
Okay. All right. Before we get off here, I'm gonna give you a couple of college. You tell me who you got.
Maryland. Oh.
North Dakota State, Colorado.
Is that North Dakota?
No, it's in Colorado. Down they playing in Boulder.
I think Colorado's going to win by.
Okay. Yeah, I was watching a video. Warren Sapp had me ready to go suit up for him. I think if anything is ready, Warren Sapp gonna have them boys in the trenches ready.
Yeah, and they've improved the talent that they got in the transfer portal on the defense line. It's been the problem for Colorado. The O-line of defense was their Achilles heel.
Yeah.
And if they've got the better talent with Warren Sapp teaching, and they got Ed Reed working with the secondary. Now again, they're great players, and they don't prove it. Great players, so we'll see.
I think Colorado is going to be better. People think that Utah is going to just run away with the Big 12. I think Colorado is going. I don't see Colorado falling off like they did last year.
I got Oklahoma State winning the Big 12. Anyway, go ahead.
I think Colorado's going to surprise some people. I don't see them falling off like they did last year. I think they're going to be a whole lot better than what they did last year.
I'm going to tell you something. You want to feel old? There's a guy working with me, and I was telling him, he said, yeah, Colorado's a big class. I said, yeah, they went back home. I said, what do you mean? He's too young to remember them. I said, oh my God, I'm just a grandpa.
All right, Clemson, Georgia.
Ooh, Georgia. I think did they improve recruiting this year?
Clemson, Dabo don't really bring people in the transfer portal. He try to keep his own people and build from the people he bring in. So he really don't do a lot of transfer portal stuff. So
yeah, I heard that. But do you think? And do you think that some of the stuff he said during Colin Kaepernick stuff like that? Do you think with the type of players they get?
I think so.
Clemson is a tradition. If you didn't know, so he might have to move.
Two more. Notre Dame, Texas A&M.
What is this? I hear what's the face got fired?
Who?
Jimbo Fisher. Is he still there?
No, he's gone. They fired him last year.
They fired him last year. Who's the coach?
I forgot who he came from. Some small school, I believe it was. Let me look it up. Hold on.
I want you to know that some of the things that's going on, even though they have a black coach at Notre Dame, the way they dropped Tyree, I have never had any respect for Notre Dame ever. And I good conscience wise, I'm gonna say Notre Dame is gonna win, but I really don't. I really don't.
It's Mike Elko. He came from Duke.
Oh yes. Okay. I'm still gonna say Notre Dame. Is that a College Station or is it South?
It's in South Bend, I believe.
Yeah, Notre Dame. Notre Dame. I could be wrong, but I'm definitely going to Notre Dame and South.
Last one, USC LSU.
These are two schools with names, but really ain't doing nothing. I mean, it's something, but I'm gonna be a good dad. Pick USC because I know my son loves USC.
I think both coaches are on the hot seat this year.
How can Lincoln Riley be on the hot seat already? For some odd reason, at OU, it was never exposed. It was never made a subject about his lack of defense till now. He gets to USC, and now everybody knows, oh, he's not a good defender. Well,
trust me. It was talked about.
Right, but it's being made a real issue. It wasn't made an issue.
Cause when the dude that went with him, when he left OU and he took him with him, we said good riddance when he took him, because we said he wasn't doing nothing when he was here.
Look.
And the crazy thing, they tried to blame the players and said, oh, he supposed to go down there and do good, and they was trying to blame the players. And when he went to USC, it was the same old. And now they realize it wasn't the players, it was the coach.
Right. You got to give Lincoln at least another year after this to see his recruits come through, to see if he's done well, especially on the defensive side. He's getting the talent on offense. I think he's got some quarterbacks. So I think he'll stay. LSU, I'm not sure what LSU is doing now at this point. They really have not been able to, whatever you can talk about Ed Ogeron. He won the national championship, and they ain't been close to the same since he's gone.
But the thing about Lincoln, even at OU, they couldn't recruit. They couldn't recruit defense.
It's not that they couldn't. They didn't. Or at least they didn't know what the hell they was doing when they was picking players.
And that's the difference between what Venables is doing now, and the difference Venables is recruiting the trenches, and that's why people was excited when OU was going to the SEC now, because they knew Venables understood what it was going to take to play in the SEC, and Venables is recruiting the trenches in the trenches out, and so he's making OU 2 and 3 players deep, recruiting them 6'8", 6'7", 300-pound linemen on offense and defense that you need to play in the SEC. Right. So the thing is, what people got to realize, the OU you see now, give Venables 2-3 years now. It's gonna be they're gonna be able to really compete in the SEC, because what he's beating the Georgias and the Alabamas out on these players that's 6'7", 6'8", that's playing defense and offensive linemen that's 4 and 5 stars. They're coming to OU.
Where's he getting them from? Are they in state or Texas?
No,
Or
they coming from like Mississippi. They coming from like California. He getting from all over. We got a freshman class that's freshman at OU right now. They're averaging 6'7", 325, 340 pounds.
are they playing right away? They're gonna redshirt.
I think they're redshirt and they're all freshmen.
Dude, I was at a game. Hey, look, I was at a game, high school game last Friday. It's a school called Chaminade High School. And I'm looking on that field, got the blue field just like Boise State, right? And I was telling my boy, there's a kid there that I know his dad and my boy, they're good friends. His dad's an actor, but this kid's gonna be nice. But I said, the last time I was here, and I'm throwing this to you because you'll know the name. The last time I was here to watch a game, I watched a little running back run all over people named TJ Pletcher. And I said, this boy here is gonna beat something. Man, he came out to OU and laid an egg, man.
Yeah.
I was like, that boy, I'm looking at him, good size. That boy was something. It was just, the high school game was too easy for him.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be interesting, but I like USC. I picked USC to beat LSU. I just think Lincoln Riley offense. I think he has the offense of players, and he's had 2 years to get some of his players in there. And
is this guy at LSU getting people there?
He's getting players, but I think by him losing Jaden Daniels, I think it's going to hurt.
Yeah, unless they had a second quarterback that was pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's going to hurt.
They should have gotten DJ Uyunglele out the portal.
We ain't gonna go there. Well, we got. Hey man, I want. We ain't supposed to mess with DJ Uyunglele.
Uyunglele.
Hey man, hey, I want to thank. Hey man, thanks for coming on the show, man. Stepping in for Yo, I appreciate it.
Get your ass back here on the show, man.
That's Mr. Mark Howard. Like I said, that's Mr. Mark Howard. If you got Sirius Radio, you can hear him sometime on Quake's House. You might have seen him on Comic View. Mr. Mark Howard, thank you for coming on the show, man. You can also catch him on TAN TV with me on Fridays on In the Room. Drone's Big Dog Picks on TAN TV, the African Network, where you have a local feel and a global reach. We want to thank you, sir. Appreciate it for coming on the show.
Definitely appreciate you having me, man.
All right. Hey, man, make sure y'all tune in next week. Hey, football season, NFL start next week. Join us next week, same time, same place, every Tuesday. We will have more picks next week. You bark at us, we bark back. Row.
Still loving each other.
KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa.